Let's assume you have a completed paper and you need to format it. First, click on Control and A on your keyboard at the same time to highlight all of your work. Next, come to the Home tab and go to the Font area and choose the font style. These are listed alphabetically, so you need to scroll down through the alphabet until you get to the T's, and you'll find Times New Roman. Next, you'll change the size of the font by using this arrow, and we'll choose 12. Next, we'll move to the paragraph area. Click on this small arrow on the bottom right-hand side to see this pop up. First, you're going to look at an indentation, and you're going to go to this area, click on the arrow and choose first line. Next, you want to make sure that before and after both read 0. I can change this by clicking on this small arrow and go to line spacing and choose double. Finally, make sure that this is selected because you don't want to add space between paragraphs of the same style. When you've done those 4 things, click OK. Next, you'll want to deal with the margins. Come up to the Page Layout tab, move left to the margins, and select Normal. That will give you 1-inch margins all the way around. Once the body of your paper is formatted, it's time to do the title page. First, you need to add a page to the beginning of your paper. To do this, place your cursor at the very beginning of the first line of your paper, and on your keyboard, press Control and Enter at the same time. There you get a brand new page. Move your mouse to the very top of the new page and double-click. This will open your header as well as the header and footer tools. First of all, make sure that Different First Page is selected. Next, click on Page Number, Top of Page, Plain Number 1, and then type Running Head, followed by the title of your paper in uppercase letters. Then tab across to place your page number on the far right-hand side. Use your mouse to highlight all of this, return to the Home tab, and then select the font that you're using on the rest of your paper and the size. They all have to match. Next, take your mouse and highlight only the title of your paper. Hit Control-C to copy it. Next, move to the second page. You're still in the header footer mode. Click on that to open it. Page number, top of page, and you'll see now it says page 2. And then at the same time, click Control and V on your keyboard. Then highlight the page number and make it the same as everything else. Then just tab across to put it in place. And you can see as you go through the pages, there's the title, there's a page number, and that will take care of it. Keep in mind again that your title page does not count as part of your page count. Now that the header of your paper is taken care of, it's time to finish the titling. To get out of the header section of your paper, just bring your mouse below there and click twice. This will put you at the very front top line of your page. We do need to make some changes though, so first we'll click on the arrow in the paragraph section, and you're going to change the general alignment to centered. You're going to change the indentation to none if you need to. There are no spaces before or after, and our line spacing is double. Don't add spaces between paragraphs of the same style, should be clicked as well. Now you click OK. and there's your cursor in the middle. What you need to do now is hit return about 5 times. Here you'll type the title of your paper. Make sure that you're typing it in the correct way. Not every word is capitalized. The smaller linking words are not. If your title has 2 parts, you can do this, colon, etc. I think you get the idea here. Then hit enter, and then you are going to type your first name and your last name. And then you type the name of the institution, which in the case of Community College of Aurora is what you would use. Don't abbreviate that, type the whole thing out. And then that's what you need on your paper, and if I zoom out, this is what it looks like. Depending on how long your title is, you can move it down a little farther if you need to. Now that the body of your paper is formatted and you have a title page, it's time to work on the references page. First, you need to add a page to your paper, and you can do that by bringing your cursor to the very last word in your paper and on your keyboard clicking Control and Enter at the exact same time. Next, you're going to go up to paragraph and click on the little arrow and get the pop-up. You're going to change alignment to center. You're going to change the indentation to none. You're going to leave the spacing as double. Before and after is still 0, and you still don't want to add any space between paragraphs. And you click OK. Now type the word references. Keep in mind that your instructor may prefer bibliography instead. Make sure you check your assignment. After you've typed that, click Enter and return to the paragraph and change this alignment to left. Change the indentation to hanging. Leave the spacing double and leave the don't add space. Click OK. And then you're ready to go. You can either type your entry, or you can, if you're bringing it in from another document, you can just cut and paste. Here I'm pasting this. And keep in mind that even though I've already formatted the page, this thing I added is not formatted, so I have to do it again. So I'm going to highlight it with my mouse. I'm going to come up to paragraph, and notice I have to change this again even though I thought I was done. So here we go. Everything else stays the same. And now I have what's called a hanging indent. That means that the first part is flush to the left and every line after that is indented. Now I have one more thing I need to correct on this, and I have to highlight everything and go up to the home page and change the font, because just like everything else, it all has to match. There are many details involved with formatting your references. In this particular case, with APA, you have to pay attention to small things. For instance, the title is in italics. But what I'd like you to do is check with your instructor, use your textbook or a solid online source like Al Purdue to find out how to format different kinds of sources. That's it for now.